YouTube broadcast, we're at 30%. What does that mean? There we are. We are live, right?
You're listening to Opinions and Beer.
Wow. You put a lot of oxygen into the fermenting yeast, they go aerobic and they start multiplying.
Great American Ale Off.
Cause of death. Dun dun dun.
It tastes worse than Bud Light.
Straight up 10. Oh shit. Is there a thing? Hello? Oh, there we are. Hello and welcome to Opinions and Beer. I'm your host, Adam. Today we have Edray1416.
Hi.
How you doing today, Edray? You doing good? That's fantastic. I hope you know that we got a big episode today. We've got all kinds of things that we have to do. We have opened the phone lines in case anyone wants to call in. Anybody at all whatsoever. First off, we're going to kick things off with the beer of the day. And today's beer of the day is Buckethead IPA, brewed by Thirsty Planet Brewing Company in Austin, Texas. This bad IPA is 8.9. Bad Boy IPA is 8.9% in alcohol by volume, and it's an 81 IBU. That's going to be high, especially for not like a it doesn't look like an imperial. It doesn't look like it's a special hoppy. That's going to be straight bitterness in a bottle is what this is going to be. Let's try this out here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that, buddies. Thirsty Planet, baby. How do I show this to people? Ooh. This looks pretty good. Obviously, the podcast has better pictures. If you join us on Facebook at the Opinions and Beer Facebook group, you'll see all the photos of our beers and whatnot. I'm going to try this beer and get on with this episode. That tastes like such a classic IPA. That is super good. That is super delicious. Oh man, sorry, Allie. Our one of our people have said that they are not going to call in to the show. That they are hurting, their backs are hurting. This may just be an episode of us chatting about stuff. Let's see if someone calls in though. Let's see if somebody is willing to call in. Let's see if somebody's willing to call in. Anyways, here we are. Thirsty's Place Buckethead IPA. Ed Ray, let's start this episode off. We're gonna talk about aliens in just a second, but I want to talk about the fact that a lot of our subscribers probably aren't seeing us doing a lot of the wrestling stuff anymore, like we were doing for the Road to Podomania stuff. But obviously, we got banned for 4 months. Doing the wrestling stuff. So we're taking a pretty big hiatus on the wrestling stuff. I'm not saying we're not going to do it ever again in the future. I'm just saying that we're taking a small pause. We may start bringing it back maybe closer to SummerSlam. Maybe we might do something for SummerSlam or the big pay-per-views, but nothing for the small things. And we're definitely not going to show the TV. We're definitely not going to show the TV ever again. But anyways, that's that. Ed Ray. Oh, hello, son. I love you.
Love you.
Ed Ray. What are your thoughts and we're talking about this again because we're transitioning into sci-fi land. And a lot of people reached out to us and said they've heard and have seen alien encounters. Do you believe in alien encounters?
I don't know what to believe.
Have you ever encountered an alien, Edray?
Don't know.
You don't know if you don't know if you've ever never encountered an alien life form.
Unless they cross the border, I don't know.
Oh my God! What kind of? That's no good. That's a bad joke, Edray. Bad joke. Sad. You can't come out. Go to bed now. Anyways, children. Edray, what are you gonna do when you have children?
Probably kill myself.
What the fuck? Edray, you can't say stuff like that. You cannot say that. Why would you? Don't you want to have children one day?
If there's a woman crazy enough to take me on, next subject.
No, I've seen you post some crazy stuff on Facebook saying that you want some women to take you on.
Well, there are some women that are crazy enough out there.
Hey, okay, so here we go. If anybody would like to take Edray on out there, give us a call. We're opening up the dating line.
I thought this was opinions and beer.
It is, and they're going to give their opinions on why they want to date you. Or not. And you got to give your opinion on why you want to date them. It's a way to round it all about, if you know what I mean. Anyways, this is a solid beer so far. So far, this is a pretty solid beer. Man, Edray, I planned this all around people calling in. Once again, this is 2 weeks in a row. Well, originally, this was supposed to be the opening to our Nerd Talk show. Okay, so Opinions and Beer, we are merging with the NFC and the NFC style content. And so on Opinions and Beer, we're going to have a lot more nerdy Comic-Con type-ish stuff. Very entertainment-based, comic book-based conversations. So we're going to have it all, man. Opinions and Beer Network. We're going to have the Opinions and Beer podcast. We're going to have the nerd stuff. We're going to continue to talk conspiracies and aliens and whatnot. And then we are going to have, obviously, we have the heavy hitter on the show, Alex Genealogy. Alex Genealogy bringing the flavor. Man, Alex Genealogy brought a lot of eyes to the Opinions and Beer Network. Granted, probably just to Alex Genealogy, but those are still subscribers, and he's really helped. His content, his 2 episodes, his 2 episodes alone have really helped elevate the channel within this last month. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, Edray, we are doing Whining with Edray as a separate phenomenon.
I didn't know the show was still going to be on the air after the controversial first episode.
Oh yeah, I mean that's going to be Whining with Edray is going to be. Well, I mean, sometimes we'll include it in Opinions and Beer, but for the most part now, I think Whining with Edray is going to be a separate segment away from Opinions and Beer, unless it's a big celebratory episode, like a holiday episode. We'll have you do your wine segments and stuff, or like some big long episode, we'll have you do your wine segments. But other than that, I think with the wine stuff, it's going to be a separate show in on itself. So that's the idea for Whining with Edray. Just to really separate the content and have more of it. You know, it's always good to have more content on a channel. Really helps bring more eyes, more viewers. More walks of life, Edray. That's what we're trying to attract. More walks of life. Even if that means alien life. Alien life. So I was told that our aunt was abducted by aliens before, Edray. Do you know which aunt I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, one of our aunts, who was supposed to call in, said she was abducted by aliens, and that aliens are not from space, but they are time travelers from another. They're time travelers from Earth, and they've took her to meet Jesus, and Jesus was a time traveler. She said that Jesus and Satan are time travelers, and that she knows how time travel works, and she has a degree in time travel. This is legitimate. Edray, do you believe that our aunt knows how time travel works?
Probably not.
Why would you discredit our aunt like that?
Because she's nuts, just like you.
Hey, do you know why ants can't get sick?
Why?
Because they have little antibodies. Edray.
What?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Oh God. Okay, so for the people that are listening on the podcast, we are doing a lot more visual comedy today. If you see me make a joke, if you hear me make a joke, the camera pans to Edray, and he is not even smiling. Nothing can make this man smile.
After putting up with you for years, you learn to give him his jokes.
Oh, hey, do you think you could hey, I want to talk to you about a food challenge. You want to go do a food challenge?
What is it?
It's a burrito. It's a 3-pound burrito or something like that. It's a 3-foot burrito over an orange. And they have a food challenge.
To go there?
We can go there, and if you eat it all, you get your meal for free. You think you can eat I think it's 25 minutes or something like that. 25 minutes to eat the burrito.
Well,
I think-
there's time, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you can do this, Edray. I think you can eat that burrito. I think I can eat the burrito. Maybe not. I think I can eat a 2-foot burrito. 3 feet, that might be 1 foot too many. UFO sightings. Here we are. Woo! We are going to read the latest in UFO sightings, Edray. So, Edray, I want you to give your opinions, or if whether or not we should believe the UFO sightings that we read today in today's episode. So here we go. This is a blah, blah, blah. Here is the previous sightings thread. Okay, here we go. Story number 1. Do you believe that this was a UFO sighting? I don't know if I need any sort of evidence of this or how this is supposed to work, but my dad has told me this story a couple of times. Okay, so he's telling a story about his dad who's seen a UFO. So here we go. He says he was driving home from work late at night, 1-ish, so 1 a.m.-ish. Late 80s or early 90s, suburbs of Kansas City, Missouri. He saw a UFO, saucer-shaped, hovering above someone's backyard. He pulled into the driveway, watched it for a few minutes, and then it silently shot off, like 0 to 1,000 miles per hour, almost instantly. He said there was a short article about other witnesses witnessing the same thing in the paper the next day. I 100% believe him, Or at least I 100% believe that that is what he thinks he saw. He's not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. Doesn't have any sort of excessive interest in aliens or UFOs, and he's never really brought it up without being prompted to. I don't know if this is the typical type of post here, but thought I'd share anyways. Alright, do you believe that this man's dad saw a UFO saucer-shaped hovering above someone's backyard, and it silently shot off to 1,000 miles per hour instantly?
No.
What? First of all, Billy. Eamon, call into the show and talk to us about... Are you watching? Are you watching? Call in with your phone. Call your phone. My phone. My Google computer phone. I can't see the text. If you're seeing this as me type, my phone is in a way, because my phone is my webcam, and it's blocking the text. Eamon, call into the show if you're watching. There's like a lot of scams in Hollywood. A lot of actors get scammed all the time.
That Jordan guy?
Yeah, Jordan Nancaro is his name. I interviewed Jordan Nancaro a few weeks ago. He's going to have a talk show on Apple TV, and yeah, he was just telling me about some. Well, he emailed me and he was like, "Hey, man, I don't know if you can cut that stuff out." I'm like, "I'm not cutting that stuff out. That was good. That was good stuff. You talking about how someone's scamming people? I don't want to get in trouble for calling them out." It's like, it's going up. This is good stuff. I was like, I'm sorry. That was the best part of the podcast. That was the best part, is us talking about that particular subject matter.
Those scam people. Listen. Like, you're good, dude. Don't worry. Those scam people aren't like sitting by their phones right now. Like, opinions of beer. What information are you leaking next?
I know. Man, I'm trying to.
They're like watching Edray's feed right now. They're like, what do you mean Mars?
Yeah, what do you mean Mars?
We have to go to Mars.
Hey, Edray.
What is it?
I want you to do me a favor.
What is it?
For this segment of the episode, since we're talking about sci-fi and space and just random, we're mixing. The month of August is supposed to be sci-fi, so we're mixing sci-fi with the month of July, which was conspiracies. Talking about both on today's episode. I want you to rank the planets. Can you rank? Let's rank the planets. Our favorite to least favorite planets.
Let's start.
All right. So give me your favorites. Give me your top from 9. We're gonna include Pluto. Pluto is not a planet no more, but we're gonna include Pluto as a planet. So give me from 9 to 1, worst to best.
9 is going to be Earth. 8 is going to be Pluto. 7 is going to be Uranus. 6 is going to be Jupiter.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. All right, keep going. I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt.
See, 5 I think is going to be Mercury. 4 is Venus. 3 is Mars. Trying to remember the rest of the 2 planets.
I think are you missing Neptune?
Guess it's Neptune and then Saturn.
Okay. You might have said Saturn twice, but I'll give you. So Saturn is your favorite. Saturn is your favorite planet, you say?
Yeah.
And Earth is your least favorite planet.
Yeah, Earth is the most polluted planet of all time. And the most socially toxic planet.
That is, without a doubt, horseshit. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
In fact,
that's what you're full of.
I'm pretty sure one of these planets are fucking pure gas, and therefore it's pure poison and pollution. It's literally made. One of these planets are made of pure.
A hurricane that is just constantly fucking going. A hurricane like the size of our planet. Like, going
Yeah,
24/7.
what? Isn't Saturn a
Like,
gas giant?
But I mean, like, still, I don't think that he's wrong. Like, the question is there life on these other planets? You know, like, and just think, like, if we're this fucking bad, can you imagine how bad it would be somewhere else? I don't know, like, because I mean, at least Earth, in my opinion, is like a beautiful planet. It just sucks.
I think that's the one thing that makes Earth stand out is obviously the plants create oxygen or whatever, right? Is that the whole thing? The fact that we have plants?
Yeah, whatever.
Isn't that the whole thing?
Shit.
That's like the whole. That's the whole deal.
The plants also create fucking COVID-19. So
No, they don't.
Yeah, you got a point, and that's the reason why.
How do the plants create COVID-19?
There you go. Because Terra is constantly trying to fucking murder us, my friend. Like, the planet is always trying to kill us.
No, it was the pangolin. Pangolin. Animals. That's why animals suck. Animals are no good.
I'm just saying. It's weird because Earth created us, but it also created pangolin animals, right?
Yeah, it did. You're right. It did create them.
I just think in the grand scheme of things, like, dude, like this thing, it wants us to be fucking sand, and it's gonna do everything it can to return us to sand. Like, Earth is a fucked up place, literally leeching our life from us. I mean, granted, it gives us life too. Yeah, we don't know that. Like, this damn rock.
I was saying that someone on the internet was telling me that if you are able to get past,
That's a good place for facts.
well, they said that they know somebody that a few people have gotten past the ice wall in Antarctica, and they have found a tropical-ish paradise, despite it not being in the tropics. But it was a tropical-looking paradise.
Yeah. I mean, there's. I don't have the sources to cite for this, but I mean, apparently, like early Roman years or some shit, like supposedly, like when people didn't even know what the fuck Antarctica was. Like, there's maps that have it like completely laid out, and then there's like the area above Antarctica was like named and like supposedly like lushly green or some shit. Like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't been that far, and the people that have been that far say that that's all wrong. So
Is it legal?
What do you do?
Is it legal for you to travel there?
Is it legal for me to travel there?
Yeah, to Antarctica.
It's like illegal for me to travel in my car in America, dude. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm sure that there's and like here's the thing, like even if America says you can't go there, okay, so another country would be okay with it if you were American. But like if you're not American and then you go there, like, does American law still apply to Antarctica? Like, I don't think so. But then there's other.
I don't think anyone's allowed to go there.
Probably. Well, I don't. As of right now, like, it's hard for anybody to go anywhere because of the virus.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm not sure they have like an airport on Antarctica to like go there.
Well, okay, then go by boat.
I guess so. I have to go by boat to find.
And bring a car because once you get far enough north, apparently things green up. You know, so.
But
You're not going to need a boat whenever you're on green lush.
did you
grass.
see? I don't know if you saw the post.
We need to get those like dune buggy ATVs and go out to Antarctica.
Yeah, this lady was telling me that the Nazis built alien spacecrafts and buried them under Antarctica.
Well, here's the thing: the Nazis did work on like space style craft. I mean, the reason that we have fucking like the rockets that we do for NASA is because of the Nazi scientists that came to America.
I've been telling him, man, they were crazy. They were crazy
like,
people.
If anyone was close enough to like to spacecraft, it was probably them. I mean.
So, Eamon, I'm going to be talking to Kevin very soon, or not soon, but within the month of August, I'll be talking with Kevin a lot more, Kevin Bivens, about nerd stuff, and so some of the first stuff we're talking about is sci-fi things. Do you remember any sci-fi shows? What were some of your favorite sci-fi shows?
Pretty much. All of the shows that I watch are sci-fi shit.
Oh, really?
Some degree. Yeah, I'm a pretty big sci-fi fan. Unfortunately, I feel like there isn't enough sci-fi. Like I feel like
Yeah.
for some reason, the past like 10 years, it has gone from being something that was more openly explored in culture to being slimmed down to like a very small group. It's just not like as profitable as it was, like say in the 80s or something, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Like why aren't we getting like new fucking fresh takes on like Star Wars and stuff? Like now, as an example, I know that we're getting like continuations of like Star Wars. I'm saying like where's the next big Star Wars? Where's the next Star Wars?
Yeah. Next Star Trek. I know, man. Like, even though in our day, though, like, there's a lot of underrated sci-fi content. Like, just to name some, I'll name a few right here. I got Battlestar Galactica had its own TV series for a while. Andromeda. Firefly's a big one that a lot of people were like, they felt duped, right? Isn't Firefly the one where everyone wanted like the next season?
I haven't seen. I've watched one episode of Battlestar Galactica. It wasn't really for me. I was younger whenever I watched it, and so people say that might have been one of the reasons why it wasn't really for me. I don't know what Andromeda is.
You know what Andromeda is?
I mean, I know what Andromeda is, the galaxy, but I don't know what.
Yeah. Well, the show was like the #1 sci-fi show for like a few years, and the main character of that show did a movie with the season 2 winner of Who Wants to Be a Superhero, hosted by Stan Lee. That's a random.
It was all really obscure, so that's kind of hard for me to follow. I didn't watch.
You know,
you were surprised as to why I didn't know.
You didn't watch.
So I do know Firefly. I absolutely love Firefly. Yes, they were supposed to do another season of it, but they ended up doing the movie instead, and then they kind of cut it from there and said that the movie was supposed to be other seasons.
Oh.
And then for the past 10 years, we've just been getting iterations of Nathan Fillion pretending to be Malcolm Reynolds, Firefly, and Alan Tudyk kind of reprises his role.
Oh wait, who? Yeah, no, I thought he was supposed to be Uncharted.
Uncharted who?
No, right? Is Nathan Fillion? Isn't that the whole thing? Like he's supposed to be like the. He's supposed to be like the not Uncharted. Is it Uncharted? Yeah, the PlayStation game.
The PlayStation game Uncharted?
Yeah, isn't Nathan Fillion? They're like everyone's like, oh yeah, cast the Firefly guy is.
Was Nathan Drake?
Yeah.
Supposedly, I'm pretty sure that the guy that plays Nathan Drake is like his appearance is him.
Oh really?
is that actor? Yeah, like so. I'm pretty sure they're basing it off film.
Okay.
Nathan Drake. But like, here's the thing: I haven't played. I honestly haven't played those games. PlayStation added it a while back, but it's one of the like blockbuster games. I don't know, man. Like they've got to really have a something to sell me for me to buy $60.
I mean, what's the difference? What's the difference between that and like Tomb Raider? Were you a big Tomb Raider guy?
Yeah. I played it on PlayStation, the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
Other people had the. And I played it on their place. and then now several years later, Tomb Raider was like free on PlayStation Plus or something.
I still haven't. It's like I still haven't downloaded it, even though it's free on PlayStation Plus. Dude, I thought about buying. I kind of want to buy Destroy All Humans. They just released the remake on PlayStation. Yeah, it's like $30. Like 30. Nice. Yeah, it's like $39. That's I guess $40. Yeah, it's like $40, man, for the remake of Destroy All Humans. Jesus.
So to give you kind of like an insider on like why a lot of people were really big into Destiny 2 and Destiny is because the character that Nathan Fillion played in that game was essentially just like a robot form of Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly.
Oh no shit!
Saying, like he kind of just like a lot of times he's just I feel like reprising that role for people who like. So we essentially kind of have gotten like extra seasons of Firefly, I guess.
Yeah.
And like every other work that they've done. They even like Hillman and Alan Tudyk like kickstarted a show where they essentially are actors that have left a show that was really beloved. And so like they just like are going to different Comic Cons like talking to people trying to get it kickstarted back again.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the movie. And like the hope is like I think at the end of it that they could actually just like redo Firefly.
Oh my god.
But the thing is like I don't know how that revolves around intellectual properties and one. So
yeah.
I have hours that we could continue that. So
Firefly.
Some other shows, yeah.
Some other shows that we're going to talk about are Stargate. Stargate was a I don't know, man. Do you think would you say Stargate is underrated or overrated?
Depends on what aspect. Sorry, because I've seen almost like every episode of an iteration of Stargate. Like I've seen the movie. I've watched them literally like whenever I don't know streaming services were introduced. Like I went and watched all the different Stargates, like Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, Stargate. Even that bogus one that was like.
Yeah, there was a newer one that was like even more.
Universe.
Yeah, something crazy.
Which actually wasn't too bad, and they had some good actors. But that was really the only one I don't think that I watched all of the episodes too. But didn't they just like make a new Stargate game too or something like that?
No, there's freelance developers developing a game on their free time. They're very slow at it, so they've developed a Stargate. They've developed the first level of the base of Stargate, of the facility in Arizona or whatever, and then they have 2 planets you can travel to if you know the coordinates. And basically, the game is basically trying to just. And there's no way to know there's no way to know the key unless you find somebody that's already discovered it. There's no real way to know the coordinates to it. You just gotta type into the computer the coordinates, and hopefully it activates the Stargate. It's like, fuck. It's like, what the fuck? It's so frustrating.
It's like a real world Stargate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, like I remember like Jason Momoa getting popular, and me being like, holy shit, that's Ronan Dax. Like the guy that, because he was on Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
That's where I knew him from. Apparently he was on like Baywatch and other shit too. So, like, I guess there were other things to recognize.
No.
But, I don't know, man.
Did you
I like Stargate stuff.
Did you watch Sliders?
I watched Sliders back in the 90s when it came out.
Yeah.
It was kind of impossible to miss episodes of it. I've never had the pleasure of sitting, and I've been told by several people several times, it's like, man, you gotta watch it, and the ending is just will blow you away. Like everyone talks about the ending of Sliders, how it's just blow you away. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to see the ending.
Yeah, I don't know if I watched season 1 for the most part, but there comes a point where it's hard to watch it because you gotta jump around because the episodes. I guess whoever produced the episodes, they were releasing episode 7 at episode 3, so episode 7 was 3 and episode 4 was 2 or whatever. It's like you have to fucking sit there and jump around and watch the show because
you'd have to slide.
Yeah, right.
It's almost like the entire premise of the show is some type of time travel.
That's the irony of that is pretty funny. Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always loved how at the end of episode, at the end of an episode or whatever, they'd just be able to get back to their time, or he would, excuse me. He would just be able to get back to this timeline.
Yeah.
Everything would work out absolutely perfect.
Yeah, Sliders was a big one. Like I said, we were supposed to have the main character on as a guest, but I'm working on it. We don't know if we're gonna get him. Probably not. But if he paid his damn fees, we would have him. But next up, one that escaped some people, Farscape. They were actually featured on UK's Comic-Con. Do you remember Farscape?
I have heard of Farscape. I've seen, I remember the logo pretty spot on, but no, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing it. But I know it's definitely revered.
Yeah, I think the main character of Farscape, I think, is in. I think he has a prominent role in Stargate Atlantis, or one of the Stargates. I think so.
Really? That would make sense.
I think I said I remember. I know that he's in some of the Stargate episodes as one of one of the leaders of one of the teams that Jack always references to, but I can't remember. I believe though that he was one of the leads in Atlantis, but yeah, Farscape is one of those that it was super popular, but I think it got past a lot of people. Another super popular one.
I think I know who you're talking about because one of the main characters, I always question. I was like, this guy seems like such a weird nobody. Why did they put him front and center? And almost every episode, he does a good job. So I understand why. he just like didn't have like I don't know. He didn't have much of a like unique look to him.
Yeah.
But then I found out the same thing that you did, that he was like huge on Farscape, and I was like, that makes sense because
Yeah.
a lot of people really like Farscape, and if they're trying to bring in that crowd, that makes sense too. Because like Stargate had a certain crowd around that time, and Farscape was a totally different market that they should have already tapped into.
Yeah.
But didn't have a way. So I think that Stargate Atlantis was their way to be able to kind of merge the fiction with the science part of it.
Yeah. Now, did you ever watch the animated sci-fi show Tripping the Rift?
Tripping the Rift?
Yes.
Are you talking about the one that like didn't that like just come out?
No.
A year ago or something?
Oh no, not at all. This one came out in like the early 2000s. Like, I think its biggest claim to fame was like a 3-breasted woman was like one of the main was like the lead was one of the leads or something, and they had like a weird pink alien, and like the alien was like obsessed with the big-breasted woman and wanted to bang her. It was like a very sexualized sci-fi show on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was a very weird show, but it was so horrible. It was really garbage.
Well, I mean,
but a lot of people loved it. A lot of people gave it like good ratings.
Definitely weren't the first ones on the three boob chick meme, but like that's I can see how that would be some of the cap.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's like I think it was a weird time for. I think it was like around the same time as like Dude, Where's My Car? And so it was like a weird animated stoner comedy in space. But it was so. That's what the show was. It was like that kind of crowd. Like they were trying to like aim for the Dude, Where's My Car crowd, but like animated and on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was so weird, dude. It's so weird. It was like a horrible. I don't know. The animation was good. The animation was like really fucking good. But it was like the content within the show was like a horrible version of Futurama. It was like a horrible version. You know what I mean? Which I guess fuck Futurama now because
I do not know what you mean.
I guess fuck Futurama. I guess fuck Futurama now because the creator of Simpsons and Futurama has been legally, and he's only one of 3 people that have been legally identified as actual people, because there's a lot of lists going around about Epstein Island, but he's one of the only of the 3 people that have been said to actually visit Epstein Island on a regular basis. So that's fucking really crazy. Especially with all the conspiracy theories of like, Simpsons predicting stuff and whatnot. So it's like, it's kind of crazy that like, oh, the Simpsons predicted a lot of stuff in the world, and then he's also like visiting Epstein Island on the regular basis.
I mean the only thing that I've seen the Simpsons accurately predict was the Donald Trump running for president thing.
Oh, really?
And I mean, like anybody that lived through the 80s.
Oh yeah, I know, because he said it. He said
wanted Donald Trump to run and/or be president.
Yeah, well, he said that he said it on multiple TV shows. He said that he was going to run for president. You're right. A lot of people say Simpsons, but there's actually, I think Family Guy has a lot more references to like crazy stuff than Simpsons does. So.
Well, I've seen them say The Simpsons for pretty much like anything and everything that they can. And like to me, I don't know. I don't see it. I feel like people are reaching.
Now, despite the conspiracy,
I can get behind a lot of weird conspiracy theories, but the Simpsons being having like the first dish on a subject is, that's probably just intuition. Like it's probably some of the directors or cartoonists. cartoonists, yeah, animators, excuse me.
Yeah.
Probably their intuition.
Yeah, despite the the obvious conspiracy theories, it was him, it was the creator of Simpsons, and Bill Clinton were the two big names that were really the only ones that were really showcased in the recently released court case documents by the lady that they rescued from Epstein Island. That's like there's a big court case with the Epstein Island lady against Jeffrey Epstein's manager, whatever her name. What's her fucking name? Maxwell. Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, the case against Maxwell. Those documents were released, and there's a lot of fake documents out there. But if you go and find,
horrible subject, man.
I know, but if you find the real documents. If you find the real documents, you see that it's like the Simpsons creator guy and then Bill Clinton's name are the two names that are like first and foremost on the list of people that visited the island. So it's like kind of crazy.
Here's the deal. Like I say, I'm not going to comment on stuff that's still like
pending,
under investigation.
Yeah.
Because we really don't know just yet. And I mean, here's the thing that we do know about Epstein. That's that he had camera documented footage on like every room in every house he saw.
Yes.
And here is my speculation. And it's not just speculation, it's already kind of been proven. Is that like he would take these prominent people, put them in situations, kind of like coerce them into situations.
Yeah.
He was a manipulator. He was a master manipulator. From what I can tell, I've never met the guy. From what I can tell, it sounds like everything that he did was the stuff that we talked about with like Jan Broberg.
Yeah, dude.
Like on a fucking just an just a crazy level. Like think of like what she was saying about that guy, like
yeah,
and then just take that guy and make him
filthy rich,
give him absolute power, yeah, and let him use his money to like essentially it sounds like what he did was he blackmailed, extorted people, like he got them into compromising situations, people with power, and then blackmail, extorted them, and that's how one of the ways that he was able to keep getting ridiculous fucking funding.
Especially when famous people, they do like conventions at his island.
This is all speculation. I don't know, and that may all be proven false, may be proven right. There's no telling.
A nice transition from that topic. Tremors had a TV show.
Fucking, it's so horrible that people were human trafficked.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's kind of insane.
Why everybody gets so upset about it, because it's just some of the most vile shit that I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean it's really uncomprehendable, to be honest. That's why I think it catches a lot of people off guard, because it's like, what? This happened in the world?
It's so crazy, but like people have been doing that shit since the dawn of time.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways,
it's sad to see that like all this time has progressed and we're still all
a smooth transition is Tremors.
Is that what you said?
Tremors.
Let's hop out of this timeline real quick and get into the one
with
Kevin Bacon.
Which I have the lead. I have what's his name, the guy with all the guns, the bunker. I have his contact information. I'm about to send him an email to see if he'll come on the show. But the Tremors guy, not Kevin Bacon, not the other guy, but the guy that's in all the TV shows and every other movie after the first movie. He's the main character. The main character from everything after the first movie.
Here's the thing, like I can't say that I know too much past Tremors 3 or
you didn't watch it
at all.
You didn't watch the TV show?
No. Well, I think I saw a few episodes, but like, I wasn't. I don't know what channels those were on.
It was on Sci-Fi Channel, bro. Yeah. So, Trimmers.
Yeah, Sci-Fi was on cable. Like I had Sci-Fi for a little while. That's how I was introduced to like Stargate SG-1. There was other times when I didn't have cable.
Oh yeah. And
the only way to watch it was like it sucks because like by the time like we had moved to somewhere where we were able to get cable again, like all of the like really good sci-fi shows had been taken off, so it was all like just absolute garbage, like stuff that like I don't know how sci-fi even signed off on it, right?
Yeah.
And then like it would be like absolute garbage, and then every so often like a sci-fi original movie that was a B minus, but like it still was cool, so like I enjoyed that. It was really sad though. I miss the glory days of sci-fi.
But so the Trimmers TV show had the gun-toting redneck guy that had a bunker as the main character, as well as the brother-in-law in the meth show. What's that meth show? The blue meth.
What's the meth show?
No, meth.
Everyday life here.
The meth show. What was that? Breaking Bad. So the bald guy from.
I just wanted you to wait until you fucking figured out instead of Breaking Bad.
So the bald cop guy from Breaking Bad was in Trimmers, and he was an FBI agent that would try to help
the bald cop guy in Breaking Bad?
the brother-in-law. Isn't he the brother-in-law?
I play a lot of video games. I don't watch much TV. I haven't
okay.
seen any of Breaking Bad. I feel like we live Breaking Bad, so I don't
Well, Breaking Bad has a bald character who's a FBI agent. Well, it turns out, and he's also an FBI agent in Trimmers, where he helps stop Area 51 leaks. In the Trimmers TV show, the Trimmers TV show was basically about these Area 51 contamination leaks that were getting out, and then like him, and then the main character of the show, who was like the gun-toting guy in the Trimmers movies. They have to stop the Area 51 leaks, and like poison killer flowers and all kinds of weird creatures and shit.
I just saw where all of our sci-fi viewers are. Elon Musk, SpaceX, and NASA Live.
Oh, really?
Return to Earth on. Yeah, man, that's what there's 11,000 views. That's why we're not getting any viewers right now.
Oh, gosh darn it.
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to laugh at that.
No, it makes sense. It's always something happening in the world that wants to take viewers away from opinions and beer.
It's all the people with opportunities and money, like we were saying.
Yeah. The last show I want to mention is Lex. Do you remember Lex? So
Lex?
Lex. One of the first villains in that TV series was Tim Curry.
Lex my balls.
No, it's Tim Curry. Is it Tim Curry? Yeah, Tim Curry was the first villain in that show, and it's pretty funny to look back at it. It has like a weird robot. It's like a weird. It's a really weird fucking show.
I don't know why, but it's not letting me split my video anymore. So like the red that was illuminating my face is kind of.
Oh no!
Here we go. I'm not gonna be able to watch the YouTube video. I will watch the YouTube.
Well, we've been We've been live for about 3 hours now. I'm sure I I probably gotta cut it soon. But man, it's been fun.
Real quick. What was
Lex.
Lex about Lex Luthor?
No, so Lex is about what the fuck is Lex about? You're right.
I don't know. You brought it up to me.
I know, because it's a show. So Lex is...
It's a good question.
So Lex is a science fiction television series that follows the adventures of a group of mismatched individuals aboard the organic spacecraft Lex. They travel through 2 universes and encounter planets, including a parody of the Earth that includes irony, parody, sexual topics, and fatalism. This series is a Canadian and German co-production. The first season. I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. The first season had Tim Curry as the bad guy. The first season was 4 episodes long. The second season was 24 episodes long. So 4 episodes to 24. So
From 4 to 24. Yeah, they must have did pretty good with those 4 episodes and got a real budget.
Well, yeah, I mean, they had Tim Curry in those 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's cool that they were able to get Tim Curry's good act. Most of the stuff that he's been in, I've enjoyed. So that's understandable. I probably should watch the first season of Lex.
You probably should. But that's just your opinion. And that's fine. You know, I have to rate this Buckethead, this 8.9% 81 IBU. I'm going to give it a solid 8.1. It's a good beer. I'd buy it again. If I see it in a store, I'd probably buy it again. But that's just your opinion, Eamon.
I'm gonna give it a solid 5 because it's middle of the road. I didn't really get to try it, so I don't know if it's good or bad. But can't be too good. So
I guess so. And beer.
We are a millions and billions to the right for more.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be playing the